Hello, beautiful listeners. Welcome to yet another thrilling episode of Studio L7, the only place on the internet where photography, podcasting, field recording, and B2B filmmaking come together like a carefully arranged fruit salad. Colorful, refreshing, and occasionally sticky. I'm your host, Bigbobby, and just so we're clear, it's Bigbobby with a Y, not an I. If I had a penny for every I I've been given, I'd have enough to, well, probably buy a coffee. But that's beside the point. Now today, folks, we're diving into a topic that's as thrilling as watching paint dry, but alas, as important as the paint itself. We're going to talk about monetizing your podcast, because while we all love creating content, last time I checked, camera lenses don't pay for themselves, and podcasting mics don't grow on trees. Not in my backyard, at least. Unless, of course, you've discovered some magical photography gear tree, in which case, please, for the love of aperture, share your secret. So, let's start with understanding what podcast monetization means. You're probably thinking it's the process of turning your podcast into currency, like one episode equals one shiny gold coin. If only, dear friends, if only. Podcast monetization is all about earning revenue from your podcast. And how, you may ask? Sponsorships, advertisements, merchandise, donations, and subscriptions. All valid ways to get those cash registers ka-chinging. But remember, it's not about selling your soul to the dollar devil, but providing value while getting value back. Speaking of value, let's talk about creating valuable content. And no, folks, I don't mean turning your episodes into gold bars. Although wouldn't that be something? But hey, just because we're not alchemists doesn't mean we can't create something just as valuable. An engaging podcast. Hey there, Shutterbugs. Just a quick pause from our program to give a shout out to vidIQ. You know, when you're trying to navigate the vast wilderness of YouTube, it's easy to feel like you're lost in the jungle, dodging the unpredictable algorithm anacondas while trying to pick the sweet fruits of views and engagement. And that's where vidIQ steps in. Think of vidIQ as your survival guide, your very own Bear Grylls of the YouTube world. With its state-of-the-art tools and features, vidIQ will lead you through the YouTube jungle with the grace of a panther. Trust me, if you're venturing into the YouTube jungle, you want vidIQ by your side. So why not give it a try? Head over to vidiq.com/StudioL7 to start your free trial today. That's vidiq.com/StudioL7. Don't just survive in the YouTube wilderness, conquer it with vidIQ. All right, let's jump back into the show. Now I know what you're thinking. Bigbobby, I can't spin straw into gold. And to that I say, neither could Rumpelstiltskin until he practiced. And look how that turned out. All it takes is finding your niche, understanding your audience, planning, prioritizing quality, and staying engaged. Now, I could go on and on about each of these points, but I don't want to be that guy who overstays his welcome at a party. So instead, we'll explore each of these elements in the upcoming episodes. So keep those headphones close, dear listeners. Once you've got your valuable content, the next step is finding people who value it. People who would stick with you through thick, thin, and awkward episode transitions. People who, when asked about their favorite podcast, would say Studio L7 without missing a beat. One can dream. Building an audience is kind of like building a Lego masterpiece. It takes time, patience, and sometimes stepping on a few painful bricks. But hey, that's the journey. Remember, it's not about having millions of passive listeners, but a solid community of engaged fans who will be your cheerleaders in the journey of podcast monetization. And there we have it, folks, the glamorous world of podcast monetization, filled with sponsors, gold coins, and magical camera gear trees. Who knew, right? But remember, at the heart of it all, it's your passion and commitment that count. The money will follow. As they say, if you build it, they will come. And by it, I mean a killer podcast. And by they, I mean both audience and money. So until next time, keep those shutters clicking, those recordings rolling, and those podcasts, well, podcasting. And remember, in the grand studio of life, you are the artist and the art. This is Bigbobby, signing off from Studio L7.